Hey, and welcome to the vlog update for August 2023. It is, of course, precisely 3 weeks now until the release of my next single, Midday Blue, on Friday, the 1st of September. Very, very exciting time and very busy time. I'm sure you were expecting me to say at some point, but going fantastic, as I'm sure you were also expecting me to say at pretty much every point, because this is a Gen vlog, right? Par for the course. But yeah, I'm very excited, especially today, because the first pre-release review of Midday Blue has gone up on the less than 1,000 followers music blog. So I'll pop a link in the description below if you're curious to give it a listen. But yeah, it's always a bit of a nail biter moment when you start, when you receive your first review of a piece. Pretty much any piece, I'm sure any artist will uh, well, I can't generalize too much. I can't speak for everyone, but I'm sure a lot of artists are particularly on their toes when that first review rolls around. And I am once again so happy and grateful that the music has been able to connect with people. And I always love reading what people take from the music, what stands out to them, what it speaks to inside of them as well. So it was really cool to read that review, and I'm very, very pleased with how it seems to have landed. And I, yeah, hope that other reviewers, as the weeks unfold, will find similar elements appealing and of value and enjoyable. But I will actually read just one little paragraph from that review in case you're curious. And like I said, I'll pop the link in the description below. But I really liked this bit here in particular that says, Midday Blue does an amazing job of bringing something new to the genre, as it does not feature the traditional distorted guitars you'd expect in a dream pop song. Instead, she focuses on ambient music, moods, and feelings that are brought to life by soft keys and clear synths. Her vocals are clear as day as she sings about dreamlike skies and natural beauty. It's astonishing in its apparent simplicity. The track features a complex arrangement of sounds, such as acoustic guitars and pianos that flow effortlessly. So that was so cool to read. First thought off the bat in that paragraph was dream pop. I didn't, I hadn't really thought of Midday Blue as a dream pop song per se, and it's kind of technically not, because like the reviewer says there, a dream pop classic sound is really distorted, wavy, dreamlike guitars, electric guitars, which of course there are none of in Midday Blue. There is a lovely acoustic guitar part that Paul Wire has kindly done, and that's just a sort of gentle arpeggios through the verses and some, accents here and there at various points in the song as well. But it's got that sort of dreamy synth still sitting in the background, kind of filling out the soundscape. So yeah, really cool that they said that. And then also, what was it? Apparent simplicity, but a complex arrangement. Yeah, that's it. The arrangement is quite simple. There are very few moving parts in Midday Blue. It's acoustic guitar, piano, a couple of synths, and a frame drum. Pretty much, that's it. That's all that's in Midday Blue. And but at the same time, Em and Paul in particular, their parts interweave so seamlessly and very flowing in a manner that really, I think, highlights the expressiveness of both instruments. So it was really cool that the reviewer said that. And they both Em and Paul have done such a fantastic job with the piano and acoustic guitar, and it's been such a great time and a great experience to have them help me with the song. So massive thank you guys for your contributions there. And if this review is any indication, then people are going to really enjoy it all across the board, which is going to be fantastic. And also, like it said, it is quite a departure in terms of style from my other recent stuff. It's very sort of contemplative, reflective, and ambient. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm stoked. But probably enough waffling about Midday Blue at this point. I have been up to other things over the past month. Um, Lucky 13, not really one of them actually, though. I'm still very excited about it, but I've just been so distracted with Midday Blue and some other things that I haven't really done anything with Lucky 13 since the last update. I am still hoping that that artist that I had previously mentioned I was thinking of contacting about Lucky 13, I have reached out to them, and so I hope that they will have a listen and get back to me and maybe be interested in collaborating on Lucky 13, because I think that it could really come to life and get a lot of depth and vibrancy from their involvement. So fingers crossed that they'd be up for a little playtime with that, but I guess we'll see how that one goes. And in the meantime, I have, as some of you will already know, undertaken a pretty huge career shift in actually just last month is when I started. And that's all going really well. I'm really loving this new space and this new direction. And I'm actually also developing a couple of programs myself that will be kind of adjunct to this new sort of direction I'm taking myself professionally. And that's really exciting. I know that's also extremely vague, but I think that going into further detail there is probably for a future vlog update, perhaps once things are a bit more progressed and I've sort of identified and understood and selected opportunities. With a bit more time and information and strategy and prioritization sort of informing it all. Because at the moment it's still fairly new. Like I said, it just happened last month that I've started this pretty epic, to be completely honest. It's a pretty big career change for me, and I'm loving the new space, but just sort of finding my bearings at the moment and starting to craft my first little gems of my own programs and work that I'm going to be contributing to that. So more to come. And in the meantime, I've already said in the meantime, there's a lot of things happening meantime and meanwhile, and balls in the air and fingers in pies, etc. But yeah, I guess Midday Blue is the most immediate and most shiny thing at the moment for me. Oh, speaking of shiny, I've also created a little Spotify playlist in the lead up to Midday Blue's release, which has a number of songs that I absolutely love. So that's the one thing with all of my playlists that I create. They all contain songs that I genuinely love. For whatever reason, I never put anything that I don't absolutely love into a playlist. So that's rule number one for Gen playlists. And this one that I've created for Midday Blue, I'm so stoked about, because it's as per previous, it's got well over 50% Australian and or independent artists in it. So just getting independent artists, Australian artists, more spins on Spotify is already just really, really cool to be able to do. And all of the songs complement in some way the sound or messaging or both. Ideally, a lot of them do complement both for Midday Blue. So especially in the first, handful of songs, there's if you like the first handful of songs, there's I think probably a pretty good chance that you'll like Midday Blue. It's very these playlisted tracks that I've added in there, they're so gorgeous. They're very chill, very ambient, but very contemplative. Another rule of Gen playlisting, I'm a lyrics girl. If a song is in one of my playlists, you can trust it has at least reasonable lyrics. I will never put anything with insipid, terrible lyrics in any of my playlists, because that is one of my pet peeves, songs with terrible lyrics. So point number two, rule number two of Gen playlisting, the song has good lyrics or no lyrics. Yep. I love a good instrumental as well, so there are definitely some purely instrumental tracks in that playlist, but all of them are utterly amazeballs, and I will chuck the link down below for that as well, and I hope that you enjoy it. And I will see you next month. Fingers crossed.